Hey, what's up you guys? Bloody Jacob here. I know it's been a bit, but I definitely wanted to talk about Furiosa, a Mad Max Saga. Now aside from Godzilla Kong, the New Empire, Furiosa was probably my most anticipated movie of the year. Now to preface a little bit, I am not like a major Mad Max fan. I've dabbled in the original movies. I'm not like as high on them as some people. It's been a few years, but I did like Fury Road quite a bit though, and Charlize Theron as Furiosa, I think, was definitely the standout of that movie. And with George Miller still being behind every one of these movies, I get him sort of wanting to branch out and what obviously like a crazy ass, insane large scale world that universe is into a different character's perspective. And I think there's definitely a story to be told of Furiosa, and I'm happy to say I really enjoyed the movie overall. It is a little bit different than something like Fury Road, which was essentially like one long vehicle chase sequence, and that worked for the structure of that movie and that plot. But this one was essentially a more character-driven piece, laying the groundwork for the specimen we see Charlize Theron play in Fury Road. Another reason why it was my most anticipated movie, though, is Anya Taylor-Joy. I think she is one of the most interesting, captivating, young actresses out there today. And I was just really excited as a major fan of hers and action movies in general to see her take on a role like this. But yeah, I liked it a lot. I'm also a big fan of Chris Hemsworth. Thor was my favorite MCU character. I think he's really shown a ton of range outside of the MCU too. And to see him play a villain is, different. It's refreshing. He has done it before, but not to this extent. And, he shifts between charming, almost overdoing it a little bit, to being genuinely interesting and dangerous. I think he balanced it fairly well. I think it's in line in terms of stunt work with Fury Road. I know people keep pointing out there's obviously more CG in this one, acting like there isn't still a shit ton of practical stunt work in this movie. There was like articles going around however many months ago about like this major sequence with like over 200 people involved that took them months to shoot. So there's plenty of practical stunt work, vehicle work, and fight scenes. I do agree that there are some like CG touch-ups and like backgrounds especially that are a little bit more noticeable than I think they should be. I'll agree with that. But to me, that critique is really only a nitpick. It's not that big of a deal to me. It's not that constant in the film either. I think Anya Taylor-Joy did a really great job as Furiosa. She doesn't have much in the way of dialogue, but kind of that Mad Max tradition for the main protagonist. And Joy was a really great choice for someone to still communicate really strong emotion with her eyes and with her body language, and I think she really pulled that off exceedingly. So and I said it's a more character-driven piece than it is, but there's still all the insane desert bridging on steampunk batshit action you're expecting. And it's all really well framed. It's all really well shot in general. Miller still has an eye for it at what I think he's like 80 years old or so. It still has like this really unique energy and vibe to it, and aesthetic that it really just fits in the world of Mad Max like a glove. I don't know why some people are upset about that Mad Max himself not being in this movie. There was 3 of them with him as the lead, in the 80s. Not to mention, Tom Hardy playing him as a co-lead in Fury Road. So again, I get Miller wanting to branch out a bit. I think it's just those weird sorts of internet minority people that, upon any sight of any female lead whatsoever, they just freak the fuck out. But Furiosa here is not any kind of Mary Sue. She's not a lazily written character or anything. It fully shows her, it chronicles her life. It's a saga. It shows how she becomes so hardened and so capable and so just conditioned to become what she is. just honestly a seriously well-written character, and anyone that complains otherwise has issues going on. But yeah, I think the story is overall effective. I really like the direction of like the final act of the film. Again, kind of more character based than necessarily like big blow up payoff, and that's there too to a point. I do think maybe it was a little long. It's like 2.5 hours. It's half an hour longer than Fury Road. But then when I say that, I don't really know what I'd remove from the movie either. So I think it does justify its runtime. But yeah, definitely one of the best movies of the year, if not objectively the best movie of the year so far. I liked it a lot. I think it makes Fury Road even better than it was, and it's just really cool to see two actors with the pedigree and acting level of Anya Taylor-Joy and Charlize Theron both playing the same character. It's pretty awesome. I don't know the other actress's name, but she had played Furiosa as a kid. I think she did a fine job as well. But yeah, if I had to rate this movie, I'm giving it like an A- at least. It could go up. And yeah, let me guys thought about it. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, here of course TikTok, and I'll catch you guys next time.